Hello, yes, I'm actually doing this Sunday soundbite on a Sunday evening. Just gone 6:30 here in Thailand. It's been a bit of an overcast day today. Okay, here's that word again. So, guess what? I'm changing my driving change management delivery model. And hopefully, through this video, I will explain how I hope it will work. First of all, in short, instead of 9 times 2 hour journeys delivered live by me over an agreed period, delivery will now be via a pre-recorded video and will be made available for download from Zoom Cloud. Each of the previous journeys I mentioned will be split into 2 or 3 shorter, much more easily digestible trips. Get it? Journeys? Trips? Doesn't matter. Anyway, to view over an agreed time period of your choice. I will send you relevant download links as you request them. Once you have downloaded and viewed all of the videos for a specific journey and its trips, we can then arrange a one-to-one face-to-face session of about an hour or so, really depends, for each one, which will be in the style of a Q&A session during which we can discuss things like content and context, and I can provide any necessary clarity where it wasn't in the first place. Of course, the unique content of my course, it doesn't matter, will remain the same. Practical and pragmatic insights from over years in change management. Just like my original, authenticity for me is key. So don't expect a polished delivery because you probably ain't going to get one, okay? As a result of this change, the overall cost is going to go down. Yeah? I'm still thinking about this one, but just like the original, it ain't going to cost the earth. It's not going to break the bank, okay? Oh, I nearly forgot. I will still provide all of the stuff I currently provide, such as slides, templates, additional resources, etc. All right, that's the high level bit. Let's try and drill that down into a bit more detail. Okay, let me try and explain the new format. What was Journey 1 will be split as follows. Trip 1 will be about what is change and what is change management. Then Trip 2 will be about project management versus change management, digital transformation and change management, then finishing off with some change management best practices. Oh, I hate that phrase, good practices, from some of the better known consultancies. Are you with me so far? Okay. What was Journey 2 will be split as follows. Trip 1 will be about models and methodology, during which I'll take you through Lewin, Kotter's and ProSize models and give you 3 pros and cons for each. Then Trip 2 will be about my own practical framework approach to change, which will be followed by how you can build a bespoke model using that framework. What was Journey 3 will be split as follows. Trip 1 will discuss changing organizational culture and managing change resistance. Okay. Then Trip 2 will be about organizational change readiness, the use of change agents and different ways of implementing change. You still with me? Good. What was Journey 4 will be split as follows. Trip 1 will be about people science and psychology. Then Trip 2 will be about behavioral science and neuroscience. Right, moving on. What was Journey 5A will become Trip 1, which will all be about artificial intelligence and change management. Big subject, I can tell you. After that will be Journey 5B and Trip 2, during which I will provide you with feedback to an exercise I asked you to look at and provide some answers to me about certain scenarios. It will compare your answer with my answer and all my other trainees' answers. Right, from here on in, the course will be about the foundations and building blocks of change, which will all be backed up with real case studies like they were before. So, what was Journey 6? The foundations of my practical framework approach to change will be split as follows. Trip 1 will be about sponsorship, that important subject. Trip 2 will be about stakeholders, that other important what's the word I'm looking for? Subject, yeah. And Trip 3 will be about communications, the 3 foundations of change. Moving on, what was Journey 7? The start, which is the start of my building blocks of change, will also become 3 separate trips. Trip 1 will be about process change. Trip 2 about organizational change. Then Trip 3 will be about impact analysis. Still with me? Good. What was, nearly got there, what was Journey 8 again will also, funnily enough, be split into 3 trips. Trip 1 will be about training management, followed by Trip 2 about measuring business readiness, and then Trip 3 will be all about adoption and usage, that wonderful subject and what success is all about. Then, finally, what was Journey 9 will also be split into 3 trips. Trip 1 will be about business benefits management. Trip 2 will be about continuous improvement. That will signal the end of my building blocks of change. Okay. Then there will be a Trip 3, which will deal with that magical subject of measuring success and failure. And that is also going to be followed by a very short story about the California tomato. Yeah, it's all about what seemed on the face of it to be a successful change, but when you delve deeper into the subject, it actually wasn't. Yeah, it was a big failure. Did you understand all of that? I hope so, because it was a bit complicated, wasn't it? If you didn't understand it and you would like a bit more clarity, I would be more than happy to actually have a Zoom session with you to discuss in more detail. Just let me know. Yeah, I'm not sure I did understand that. I'll take another listen to it and see. But let's hope it was understandable and it's given you some food for thought. Thank you. Cheers.